afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my computer class. I am Saka Sheriff. This is another day of our computer online lesson, and I wish to implore every one of you. Sorry, I wish to implore every one of you to pay attention to the lesson that will be delivering, and I promise to do my best in such a way that every one of us will be carried along. All right, without wasting much of our time, we'll be looking at how to create a simple web page using HTML. What is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's a computer language that you can use to create websites. Basically, the front end of a website, there's something called front end and there's something called back end on a website. When you are creating a website, you need these tools to create a website. You need a text editor, you need a web server that can allow you to display the information that you submitted via the front page into this database. So, but for now, we'll be looking at the front end of the lesson. Yeah, that is using HTML to create a simple web page. So what is a web page? A web page is a simple file, a single file that you create within a website. So collection of web pages makes what we call a website. So how do you create this web page? We have different text editor, as I said, that you can use to create the web page. So, but I chose to select Sublime Text for my own lesson for today. You can use Notepad++, you can use Notepad itself, you can use Atom, and you can use VS Code. All these are examples of what is it called? Examples of text editor. We have one Atom, we have Notepad++, we have Sublime Text, we have VS Code. That is Visual Studio Code. These are examples of website text editor that you can use in creating your own website. So, but if you are going to do that for our own lesson today, we are going to look at how to use it in creating a website page using Sublime Text. So how do you start in creating the HTML tags? There are elements used in HTML which are the building block of the page that you want to create. So we'll be starting based from our previous lesson. We taught us about the HTML tags, the heading, the HTML, the head, the title, the body, and the other parts of the tags that you can use. The heading, you can use the paragraph tag, you can use the break tag, you can use the horizontal rule tag, you can use different types of elements that you want to implement in your web page. But for now, I'm going to show you how to create a simple basic web page, and we are going to name it index.html. It's a convention in web design. When you want to start the first page, you name it index, so that wherever you click from, if you are clicking on home page, it will take you to that index page. That index page will be the first page that will load when your website is loading. So there should be a landing page, a particular page that when you click or you type in your website address on the internet, it is going to display that particular page for you, and that is what we call the index. So we are going to save the page now. Control S. So here you press Control S on your keyboard, it displays the dialog box. So I'm going to save it as index dot html. Okay, so but I want to create a new folder for my work. All right, sorry. This new folder, I call it Tech Online. So let's assume this is my folder that I want to use. I open the folder and I save the file into it as index.html. So when this is done, you create your tag. Your tag, we have it as let me a little bit give you some way to see my code a little bit as I'm typing. Okay, so we have HTML. I'm going to, in a way, take my time to type one after the other so that you can see what I'm typing, and you'll be able to replicate or reciprocate in your own at your own pace, so that whenever you are working, you'll be able to create the codes easily and in a way that you'll be able to understand it. So for every starting tag, there is a corresponding closing tag. So and the closing tag always starts with what? A forward slash. So you have this stated type this way. You have head. I said HTML first. It will be the container. Then you have head. There will be a closing tag, corresponding tag there. So we have the next thing we have is title. Title. There should be a closing title. So I want to name this this page. I want to call it my online class. That's the name, the title that you will see. So let me say Tech Computers. Then I have my online class. So that is the name of the title. Now the next thing that we go outside the head of the tag, that will come. The next thing that will come is what? The body. Then there should be corresponding closing body tag. So when this is done, as you are working, make sure you are saving your work. When you save, you have this, and that is as simple as it is. Now let us quickly go and see something. When you finish doing this, there is nothing in this page now. Let us quickly see. Save, Control S. Don't save because you have saved earlier on. No, you should keep on saving your work. Now let me show you. Right click on the browser and select Open in Browser if you are using Sublime Text. But if you are not using Sublime Text, save your work, then go to the location where you save the file and open it using any particular browser. It's going to display your web page for you. So for now, the page is blank. It is empty. Nothing is displayed inside it for now. So you will not see any what is it called, text within the page that is going to be displayed now. So for now, you just see a blank page. You will just see a blank page on your screen. You will just see a blank page on your screen. So how do you now display that information? Okay, it's loading. The page is loading now. All right, don't mind. Yes, while the page is loading, All right, let me do it again. All right, this is it. You see that? You see that? Success Computer, my online class. So this page is blank now. You see, there is nothing in it. This is as simple, as basic as it should be. This is the first web page that I've created. Now let me populate it with text for you to see. Now in the body of the text of the web page, I will have to create uh, something called uh, a heading. I'm going to create a heading. I'm going to create a heading using h1 tag. So I'm going to say Sactech Computers Online. That's the heading of the page. Now I move to the next line. I want something like that is not as big, that is not going to be as big as what I just did now. Okay, let me quickly show you. Control S. I just did Control S now. Now I want to see what is on that page now. I click on the page. Now I refresh the page. You see, Sactech Computers Online. That is how gradually you keep on building the page from one point to another, and from one line to another. So basically now you have the text display on the screen. Now let us go back to take another line. Now I want to see something like a subheading. Subheading. Let me use H3. H3. The H3, I type it. I want to say that my online class. Then I save it. Then after saving that, we can see that our page is increasing gradually. It's increasing gradually. We have something of this nature now. So the next thing we want to add to the program is that what are the types of what are the, depending on what you want to populate your own with. I'm just giving a kind of simple display. So what are the programs that or the course that you want to offer on your online class? This, I can say, I want to make them in a paragraph. We have talked about paragraph in our previous lessons. So we use the p tag. So I said, let me itemize the programs offered. Now I can list them using unordered list. Now close it. Then I make them in a form of list. This is a list. Li is going to give him a list. So what are the programs that we have there? We have web design. Then instead of me to be typing and retyping all these ones, I can just copy this, Ctrl C, then move to the next line, Ctrl V, and I say web design, programming, paste again. I say the basic computer operation, basic computer operations. Save, Ctrl S. Then I clean up this and save it. That is that. Now let us quickly right click, open in browser, and see what we have now. You see that is how your websites will keep on growing, and before you know it, you have something very superb. So that's how it is for now. And if you want to add more colorful things or more styles to your website, that is where CSS, cascading style sheet, comes into play. That, for example, now if I want to add background color, or I want to change the color of the text that is displayed on this web page, I will quickly use something like this. Can go by selecting the page, and let me say I want to change the color of this H1 tag. Within the h1 tag, I can just say style. Then I'll say color, colr. The color we type is not the same thing with the British color. It is colr. So you say, let me say, if I want to make it something like blue, blue. Sorry. All right. So semicolon. This is a CSS code. So when I preview my code, preview my web page what you see that, that's wow, that is how it is going to appear. And if you want to change the same thing for every other line that you have on this page, and that is how they are going to be displayed for you. So if you find this very interesting, I urge you to keep a date with us as we this as we um, bring to you this type and more interesting kind of lessons on our WhatsApp group, which is you can find on this particular channel here. When you if you want to join my group, you can just go through that particular link and get connected. Or you join, or send me a message. If you have any comments, send me a message via my WhatsApp on the on my WhatsApp line, and let me know that you are referring to Sakte Computer Online Training. So I will be able to respond to you. If you have any comments, any questions on this, feel free to join the group and send us your comments. Thank you.